Welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport.
Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport, and today looking at all the crashes from TCR Europe 2019. It's a big field heading into the first corner at the Hungaroring. It's a miracle if everyone makes it round. Luckily this time, only a couple of cars not knowing the direction they're supposed to be going in. Now as a safety car comes out, we'll see a Seat shoot off to the side. Yep, there's Jean-Philippe not going much further. And then it starts to rain and things get even worse. That's a very neat spin from a Peugeot and another one from a Honda. But the Volkswagen doesn't do it quite so well. And here he is again. I'm guessing there's probably something broken with this car. It looks pretty badly damaged at this point. And here's another Seat, but it's the Honda in the background spinning round. And lots of cars bumping into each other. But don't expect Morgan to sneak up on you like that. Here's Renault, well and truly battered. And here's Gilles Magnus, but it's the cars behind him, the Peugeot and the Honda, that's Dan Lloyd, wrecking the suspension. And yeah, 6 into 1 never really goes. It's probably less chaotic than you'd expect it to be honest. But several cars running wide. And here's two more getting into each other. Luca Filippi spinning round. And a wild Seat. A very colourful car, that one. And he's obviously taking to rallying instead of touring cars because he seems to be better at it. And there's Mats Hommeler spinning the Peugeot into the gravel. And here we have the unlucky Poulsen. We'll be seeing him a few times in this video. There he is, punted off, facing the wrong way in the gravel. Summed up his season, really. And there's something about that corner. Here's some more rallying enthusiasts. Surely one of them will be giving up on touring cars and heading for the dirt. And here we have another spinner. This one very rude. Just won't leave him alone. That's it from another angle. And you can see they make contact. And they just keep making contact. Here's Spa. Cars just about everywhere. And there's a Volkswagen going backwards. Forcing a Peugeot into the wall as well. And the chaos continues as a car down the back of the field spins round. That is a very second-hand Hyundai, leaving the front behind. And here's Tom Coronel being spun. Manages to save it. And another car shooting off wide. It seems not many of them know which direction it's supposed to be going in. And Borkovic probably wasn't too happy with Claret after that one. Spinning him round. Minding his own business. Well, this looks fairly tame at the moment. Oh, okay, there you go. Now it's Coronel and Poulsen again. And Poulsen's the one who ends up in the barrier. And then it was a turn of Gilles Magnus to get tapped. Here he is. It seems like a small amount of contact, but it would take Gilles Magnus out of the race. And this was the last lap. And this would take Coronel out of the race. Some pretty severe damage for the experienced touring car driver. Now here's another interesting one. Just a car running wide into the gravel. Maybe another rallying hotshot. And then another sign that 3, 4, maybe 5 cars into one don't go. And a Hyundai getting launched over them there. That's 4 cars out in one. That's pretty impressive going. And here's Tom Coronel again. This time hitting Mats Hommeler. And hitting him again. And this is the start of race 2 at Austria, and you can see the Seat very second hand. And here's a sliding Seat as well. He's going into the barrier. And there's Poulsen again, sliding off into the gravel, keeping it going this time. And there's Coronel and someone else sliding off. I think that's Adam Morgan. And this is where the chaos happened in Austria. Watch Borkovic in the background. Once again, not his fault. He just keeps getting slammed off the circuits. And then the two leaders in the teammates in the Hyundai team, Luca Filippi and Engstler. And it's Filippi who comes off worse, spinning it down the hill. Pieces of Hyundai everywhere. As we move on to Oschersleben. And there is Jessica Bachmann, controlling the car well and keeping it going. Others not so lucky. And another flying car here. There it goes. That's a lot of damage. That Peugeot is going no further. And here we have Al Khalifa doing it on his own. And now here's another 3-into-1 doesn't go. And then a fourth one just turns up. Kajaya taking out several cars there. And only one of them came off worse. And as you can see, just drives into the back of the Seat, spins it round. Plenty of damage done. Now this looks fairly tame for the moment. Oh yes, here we go, Mr. Potty. And he had some very choice words about that. Now here's the start of race 2 at Oschersleben. Or Barcelona. One of the two. And it's not the cars in front you want to watch. You want to look at the last 4 on the grid. You'll see them in a minute. There they go. Different directions. And then another one taking, well, 2 cars spinning round. So the first lap at Barcelona, a very eventful one. And here's Giles Magnus, just going off into the gravel. Fairly safe one that, all on his own. And here's the trouble of coming back onto the track after running wide. You get rudely awakened by a Peugeot. And here's the slide of the century and through the gravel. Tenka, possibly another rally driver in the making. Now here's how not to do it. You see the car spinning in the background? That's Al Khalifa again. Spinning on his own on the warm-up lap. No extra points for that. And here we have the Honda hitting the Seat. And then the Honda hitting the Honda. And then the Seat hitting the Honda. All trading paintwork. And here's 2 Hyundais getting into it. And Bachmann, the one given the cold shoulder. He makes it through the gravel. And here they are again. And this time it's Morbidelli who's spun round. Almost. He gets away with it. And it's the Hyundai who gets left behind. Now here's 2 cars just running into each other. And again, I'm sure they're giving Rallycross a go. There's a Peugeot bouncing all around. It all looks fairly safe with me. Okay, there you go. Yep, and 2 more rally drivers. Getting back on the circuit, but they're fooling nobody. And here's the spinning Audi. That's done some damage in the wall. And here's another spinner. It's a Honda. And now we have some slow motion chaos. Sending the barriers flying all over the place. And that's Al Khalifa again. And here's that colourful Seat again. This time hit by a different Honda. Bowles Coppens not having a good season. And there's our friend Poulsen one final time. Spun round into the red barrier as well. Not a good year for the Danish driver. And here's Luca Filippi sliding down the escape road. And we'll leave it there with Josh Files taking the win in the final round at Monza, as well as the TCR Europe 2019 Championship. Others not so lucky as Andreas Bachmann seeing us out with another drive through the gravel. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and check back soon for more motorsport content. Have a good one.